control mode. But now we're going to be looking into our game number 1. Hardpoint take-up between ZhigZhag and HUNTSMAN. Final game of the day here at Group A. And the winner, obviously, takes that 1-0 lead on the series. But here to start it all off, HUNTSMAN are going to start on the favorable side, but 2 of them go down, and ZhigZhag already in the best position here to claim time inside the hill. Never mind, it's gonna be HUNTSMAN.
Yeah, it's savage. HUNTSMAN, fantastic play, man. Jimbo's just absolutely controlling it.
Yeah, obviously. That logo switch got me mad, but hey, never mind. ZhigZhag will be staying inside of the point. They do not have any control so far for the next spawn, but they do have this scaffolding, which is a power position that will help them get more kills inside the hill.
I mean, yeah, welcome to my life, bro. Now you feel it.
Yes, I do.
ZhigZhag gets it, and they do manage to pull a couple of points to their side. It really breaks your momentum, doesn't it? Like you put in all of the hype, then you were like, wait a minute. Wait, it's the other team. But just like that, 20-8, Savage HUNTSMAN did a lot of work at the start of that hard point. Very well played, but Jimbo just couldn't hold that for all that too long. The rest of his players were getting slain out, and now Savage HUNTSMAN trying to rotate around to find that launch center, but they're too far away to anchor down the spawn. So ZhigZhag gotta get the advantage here, as you have a couple of stragglers out there who are trying to shut it down middle as well.
I mean, more of the players from HUNTSMAN are going to climb all towards the front. One player are going to be hopping in towards that scaffolding. Big plays coming through. Present always got 7 on his back, but his teammates needs to back him up inside that hill so that they can get that contest continuously.
It is 42-9. HUNTSMAN showing up early, but then later disappearing from the map. Launch center is pretty much a one-sided affair thus far. Xavier hops on in to make sure that it does swing their way as well. Tries to shut one down. Fennec does not connect. Travis from the back. Shut up! And Incendio going in for the pincer, so ZhigZhag can get it for themselves once again. HUNTSMAN now have to rotate around, but Incendio blazes them up with a war machine. Early investment of an operator. One that I don't think HUNTSMAN expected.
Yeah, I mean, HUNTSMAN honestly is currently being demolished here in this first 2 hard points. Every time they try to enter inside that hill, they all get bullied away from the hard point. But they are gifted with a little bit of a early rotation here coming towards this P3. But you're gonna have to stand your ground as ZhigZhag. They go in relentless. They always tack the point inside the hill.
They do get those stacks, and now 20 points already for the side of Savage HUNTSMAN. But the moment they do pick up a couple, ZhigZhag straight up hops on right back into the hill.
Damn.
Favorable spawn for HUNTSMAN, but ZhigZhag really doesn't seem to be affected by that at all. Shut up now has got the death machine and brings death upon any player that he does meet out there on the battlefield. Everybody down mid, and Shut up says, let me go towards them instead. Makes a mistake as he gets traded out by Jimbo's. But in the meantime, whereas Shut up was causing that chaos, ZhigZhag continues to pick up solid points.
Yeah, FDX is holding inside that hard point, and his teammates just going for the eliminations. Now it's time for him to pop the annihilator. He does find 1 kill, make that 2, but Zen finally able to cut him off. But that play gave that team some time to reach 100 points, and not to mention FDX as well as Shut Up are now looking to get a rotation over towards the P4. They can get this kill onto Derp. They're going to win the rotation here towards P4 once again.
Yeah, doing 2 things at the same time. ZhigZhag protecting all of the scrap points at the same time. Just 2 players anchoring down P4 here and winning out all of those gunfights. Shut Up being the main man in there, still alive as he got tagged up, backs away, and now 2 players straight for him to eat up. Flicks around, doesn't get the connection, but is backed up by FDX in the nick of time. And there is just nothing much for ZhigZhag to continue to worry about. The question is, HUNTSMAN, can they flank around from the fountains and find that backstab to take ZhigZhag out?
And it's hard though, because HUNTSMAN is trying to push in by ones when you got ZhigZhag actually holding down angles as a squad, and all of these floods are just pummeling down HUNTSMAN here 1 at a time. Every push they make, they go down, and that feeds ZhigZag's opportunities here with their score streaks and those operators to be activated here fast. 141-23, final 15 seconds left here, and it's still ZhigZhag claiming all the time.
Yeah, this is ZhigZhag on absolute master mode, bro. They've not allowed HUNTSMAN anywhere near this hill purifier after all of those shots. Irfan J tortured them, and the rest of the way, Shut Up was just absolutely cleaning house. Irfan J is continuing to torture all of those souls as the setup for P1 goes ahead now. HUNTSMAN potentially going to be hopping on into the middle, and ZhigZag's going to have a feast.
Yeah, I mean, just take a look at this. We are seeing so much power positions being held here by ZhigZhag. Not to mention, they have the second floor, the scaffoldings. They're holding down these fountains, as well as the generator side, with Shut-Up holding that top floor control. And this is just getting worse, AJ. I expected more of a fight here for Huntsman, but they're just falling down like flies here.
Yeah, they're putting up a fight, but they just can't seem to handle the gunfight because ZhigZhag is absolutely annihilating them. Zen hoping and praying that he can find a bit of survival out there, but it just is a outclassing maneuver that ZhigZhag has. And if you look at the kills, though, it's not overwhelmingly big on the side of ZhigZhag. It is just how they're getting these high-impact kills and not allowing Huntsman to control these spawns, nor all of those locations to get to that hard point to play the game. 161 to 41, Huntsman struggling. But I think they're also a little scared to approach the hills.
Yeah, I mean, right now they're Hardpoint opposing for Huntsman. I mean, they're really afraid to go in for the contest here. ZhigZhag's been able to really dominate all of this Hardpoint so far. They've chained it for like the first 6 Hardpoints, and Huntsman hasn't really been able to get a good contest inside the hill. But Derp now finally stays alive, sent here with the War Machine, and they finally get a good hold off of this P2.
Some breath of fresh air here, courtesy of Derp and Zen. With the War Machine, he's able to hold down the sides, but question is, can he continue to do this when that operator is no longer active? You need some heavy firepower to deal with ZhigZhag, but you're not going to have that all the time. Zen gets tagged up Irfan J with a double on the God nade, and just like that is going to be ZhigZhag torturing the players of Savage Huntsman once again. Incendio holds the hill, single-handedly wins that battle. In the meantime, it's going to be player number 4, Shut Up, down at the bottom with the Death Machine approaching. The Huntsman players will be annihilated the moment they're spotted.
Yeah, this is just like a flat-out field here for the side of ZhigZhag, man. I mean, early rotation once again by Huntsman, but what we just saw from the first Hardpoint rotation was that ZhigZhag was able to line up a attack where they had to go in a pinch play, and they managed to go in for the kills. As the Hardpoint opens up once again, Huntsman are in a good position, but they gotta take care of their lives. But scared Irfan J combined for 2, and now they're on their way towards this P3.
Yep. On the way towards the 200-point mark, ZhigZhag, but Savage Huntsman trying to fight their way back in here. Valiant effort thus far, 72 points already. I know that's a little bit of an underscore to be highlighting, but against ZhigZhag, everybody seems to be helpless. And now, as the numbers dwindle down for Savage Huntsman, it is time for ZhigZhag to once again take over the hill. But Aurora launch is flooded by those yellow pieces. It's player number 2. They're holding down the ground. It's going to be Skirt that gets annihilated as well. Zen still alive and kicking. And Savage Huntsman finally lose the hill, but the fight is still on as Travis hops on in with the backup of Derp once again. But ZhigZhag doesn't even need a full squad in order to annihilate the Savage Huntsman. Scrap points for the Malaysians as ZhigZhag move on to the next objective.
Yeah, they're taking big picture here. They know that P4 is also monohill. If they can get the rotation, get the sponsor as well, they're going to get a lot of time compared to Huntsman, who's just claiming this crap time on towards his P3. But Derp has been popping off, man. 33 kills for his name. He's investing in it now later. And if he can get good use of that operator skill, they will be able to break the hill. And Savior finds some kills here with the Equalizer, opening up this P4, and now they're going to reach 100 points.
Equalizer, Shut Up from outside just with the Fennec. Will be able to put him down on the ground. 210 to 104. ZhigZhag looking for the finisher, but the Savage Huntsmen have finally woken up in this matchup, and Incendio puts them right back to sleep. It's the War Machine on display. Savage Huntsman fight that back as well. Irfan J drops by to say hello, but look at that. On the right-hand side corner, it's Jimbosh on the prone. He's stopping the bleeding. He's giving Huntsman a lifeline.
Yes, then making that follow-up duat pin as well with the War Machine just gives this team some chances to not give ZhigZhag any sort of time despite this squad getting that early rotation. And it's all about the contest. You just gotta keep it scrappy because you cannot get ZhigZhag any sort of time here at all, knowing that they're just a few points away, specifically 30 points away from taking this map number 1.
Third rotation of hard points as we head back into P1. Savage Huntsmen have shown a lot of signs of life. They are kicking and screaming. They are going to get dragged down either way because so close to the finisher now is ZhigZhag. 25 more points will put this game down under, but Shut Up with the Death Machine is going to be looking to torture the souls of Savage Huntsmen even a little bit more. As the spawns are flipped around, ZhigZhag continues to sneak away those points. This is no hope now, Callie.
Yeah, it's just the countdown just begins here. The timer, the countdown continues to go. 5, 4, 3-2-1. A little bit of a contester being made by Huntsman. And a heroic plays being made by Zen to stop the bleeding for now, but he gets taken care of. FTX, they're on their way. And you can see that they're looking to end it here, this P1.
Savage Huntsman do not want to let this one go. In fact, this has been the most fight that we've seen out of the Savage Huntsman. Woo! And this is the biggest fight ZhigZhag has had thus far. Savage Huntsman winning that back once again, but ZhigZhag rips that away. Back and forth we go. Huntsman don't want to let it go just yet. Shut up, shut down. It's going to be Xavier taken out of the equation as well. Next Hardpoint, Savage Huntsman. Can they do the impossible? ZhigZhag just need 3 more points.
Yeah, Jimpaz, he's gonna be here, has to play with his life, but he gets taken down. ZhigZhag, 1 more point to deal with. The contest is on, but it is not enough as ZhigZhag gets that victory. The last heave was great, but it came too late. ZhigZhag